Hello, this is Justin from justinkain.com, and this is 5 Minutes of Coaching. Every week we do this where we take questions that have come in during the week from students and just different situations that have been, and I answer these. And this week we had someone ask, what about the cash flow quadrant? And the cash flow quadrant is something that Robert Kiyosaki came up with in his series of books. And it is essentially a very, very simple definition for how to go from being an employee, which is on the top left hand of the quadrant as you're looking at it, down to being self-employed, which is on the bottom left hand side of the quadrant, and then make the huge transition from being self-employed to being a business owner, and then from being a business owner to being an investor, which is, I think, where we all want to be as real estate investors. So how do you do that? How do you go from being an employee who gets paid hourly? And most employees, from anybody who's a mechanic or working at a fast food restaurant or something like that, they get paid on an hourly basis. And so their income is limited to the number of hours that they can sell. And then as you move into being self-employed, you get paid on a project basis. So maybe if you're an auto mechanic and you have your own mechanic shop, you get paid on a project basis. The faster you can work, the more you can make. If you're maybe a doctor or an accountant, the faster that you can work and process through those tasks, those projects, you can get paid more money. But on the left-hand side of the quadrant, essentially, there is little leverage. Most of their leverage is on the right-hand side of the quadrant, and we're going to talk about that. As you transition from being an employee to being a self-employed person, then to being a business owner, you can start to get paid on your systems. So business owners don't get paid on just their time or just the amount of projects that they can get done. They get paid on having business systems. And those systems produce cash again and again and again. And those systems are based on best practices that are followed by employees. And this is where you start to become more of an entrepreneur, where you're creating those business systems. Now, the secret to wealth is that business owners then take the money, take the extra cash that's being generated from their business systems, and they roll those down into cash flow producing investments, whether that's real estate, whether that's stocks, gold. They're producing cash in their business systems and then rolling it down into their investment systems, which also produce cash, which then roll back up into their business systems, which produce more cash, which then roll back into their investment systems. And it becomes a cash machine or a cash generating wheel. Whereas on the left-hand side of the quadrant, when you're an employee or a self-employed person, there is no way to leverage. There's no way, once you reach that 8 or 10 hours a day that you can work, that's it. That's all you can make. So what we teach people is how to move from E to S, and then make the transition, the huge mental leap from being a self-employed person to being a business owner, and then taking the cash that's generated from your business systems into investment systems, and to turn on that cash generating wheel and machine. So thank you, Robert Kiyosaki, for making that idea so simple. Thanks for watching this. Check out justinkain.com. That's Justin Kain, Kain.com, for more ideas. Thanks.